Okay, recording starts in 3, 2, 1. Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Happy Dinger Tuesday. Today is August the 25th, and we're going to be briefly going over some of these MLB props for today's slate. Now, today, obviously, we're going to go over just really my raw thoughts, opinions, first looks, and things of that nature. If you want the best picks, of course, they're always in the VIP. Comment code BAG50, 50% off. Make sure to drop a like if you guys are liking the insight on some of these picks and everything else that we're going over today. But this is really just going to be a generalized debriefing of the MLB slate. Some picks that I think are really sharp here. Some great lines, edges, just value you can find early on before you kind of wait and see a lot of line shift movements happen, because these will get bumped, these will get removed. It happens every day for me. So before I even spend the next 2 minutes talking about why you need to lock these plays in, let's spend the rest of this video actually talking about these plays, looking at some results, and seeing why these are the best options to take, ones that you really should consider, and why the VIP picks are always the ones you need to go after. So getting started, some big things. First off, guys, we just accomplished our 10K ladder challenge. Also, the NRFIs have been going fucking crazy. Taking a look at our record, August 40 and 32, after a 55 and 43 run. So we were up a 22.5 percentage points since June. Really fucking good. And then our 10K ladder challenge, obviously, we managed to complete it with a nice little profit here. Really going on a crazy 5 and 1 run towards the end. So just very dominant overall, and a lot of things that are happening here. So a lot of great money made throughout the season. And even managed to cash out on a nice bet yesterday as well. We took the Twins and the Athletics over 10.5 total runs. They clutched it up. But we're going to keep that energy rolling into today. I want today to be crazy. I want us to get some really good wins. So looking at this MLB slate today, first pick I have is Jacob deGrom. And I got him under. Yes, I specifically have it marked on the under for his 6.5. Okay. Right now, as you can see, the Rangers are technically favored to win on the win predictor tomorrow. I don't agree with this. I think Chicago has a bounce back game. I think Chicago really had a bad performance yesterday, and obviously I know that deGrom does have some history, but when you take a look at that history, I mean, the 2025 doesn't matter. He really didn't clear it here. It doesn't matter he didn't clear it here either. It's really the fact that when you take a look at his pitch arsenal, he throws a fuck ton of that fastball, and you'd be surprised. I mean, 1, 2, 3. The top of the order might struggle a little bit, but you take away that fastball, dude, it's really not all that, man. I'm really not that crazy about this guy. I think, honestly, he has a day tomorrow where these 10Ks against Washington definitely surprise me, but do I see him getting that 7? No, and I think the books don't either. That minus 118 is very telling right here. This pitch arsenal right here, again, the real big greens that technically are favored for him are Murakami, Montgomery, and then the bottom of the order. Outside of that, this is pretty hitter friendly. So yeah, you're gonna have to give me deGrom here. I think he struggles. I really like him on the under, and that's just how I'm rolling with this. So this is a nice little plus money play, because you can get this at plus money on some apps. Yes. Moving on right here, we got Seth Lugo. Seth Lugo, this is another little under we've got. Yeah, you see a lot of green. Again, he's heavily favored for that over. I do not agree with it. History-wise, I mean, again, 2024, this doesn't matter. 2 years ago, Seth Lugo was that guy. But right now, this year and last year, dude, he's been pretty inconsistent. And when you take a look when it comes to pitchers going the distance against the Toronto Blue Jays, it's not really happening. Cam Schittler, one of those ones, Cy Young, him going over makes total sense. Ryan Weathers 8 days ago going over, I mean, he's been having a better performance. So data-wise, that actually makes sense as well. And then outside of that, the last guy was Peyton Tolley 11 days ago, and then Sandoval, another lefty, days ago. So the guys who are really doing crazy are all lefties outside of Cam Schittler. But when you take a look at any of the righties, dude, they're not getting the job done. The last guy was Sonny Gray about 2 weeks ago. So with Seth Lugo being a right-hand pitcher here, and when you take a look at his pitch arsenal, really throwing a lot of those sliders, dude, the only guy who's really going to struggle is Vladdy, potentially Sanchez, and Okamoto. And when you take a look at that, there's a lot of content to be made. This Blue Jays team really doesn't strike out altogether. This is pretty simple here. I'm going with Seth Lugo plus money 117 on the under on the pitching outs. Moving on, Kyle Harrison. This is a no-brainer. Kyle Harrison over 5.5 strikeouts going against the Mets. This is a freebie. I don't give a fuck about what this data says here. Kyle Harrison is better than all of these pitchers. His pitch arsenal is also way more fucking fire. I understand right here we're going to get to a little bit of a gray spot with guys like Bichette, Robert, Alvarez, but even then, that bottom of the order is looking to get lit up, and I think Lindor is a guy who just swings at fucking everything. He's got a decent arsenal to where if he does throw a few changeups and whatnot, which I do expect, as well as a couple sliders here, even though that volume is low, they are very susceptible to striking out here. History already tells us he did this back in 2024. That really doesn't matter because, again, that was 2 years ago. But Kyle Harrison this year really is one of those guys. I'm a really big fan of him tomorrow. I like him from his strikeouts. Considering his pitching outs, I know it's plus money. I think he can go the distance. He really tends to not go the distance, so that's why I think his strikeouts are a little bit better. He's more built for it. Last time he took his fantasy points, he hooked us at 37 out of 37.5, so a bit unfortunate. But I'm really liking him tomorrow, man. He's a good lefty right here. You take a look for anyone K-wise here. I mean, again, 5 out of 15 doesn't matter. Distance-wise, like I just said, 10 out of 15 have gone. So for this guy right here, I don't see him struggling. Kyle Harrison to the moon tomorrow, and the Brewers are going to be clutch. Next play right here, Andrew Alvarez. Really liking this guy right here tomorrow, dude. He's been really consistent as of late, liking his performance. The big thing that really gets me is the fact that his hits allowed, dude, it's only at 4.5, but he continues to stay under that line. Granted, the Rockies can hit both sides of the ball. Yes, I know they can hit righties and they can hit lefties, and I'm not saying he's going to go under those hits allowed, but what I am saying is this guy has consistently throughout the year managed to go the distance, especially as of late. I'm really liking his performances here. A bit off to a slow start at one point for some regression, but he's cooking, dude. We're ramping up towards the playoffs. Andrew Alvarez right now is in a great spot. You take a look at his pitch arsenal right here. Throws a lot of those curveballs. I mean, yeah, dude. I mean, top of the order might be okay, but once you really get through it, dude, he really should be sitting here. Now, I'm not saying he's going to get those Ks, but I am saying he is in a great spot to where realistically they are going to have to out him, and I think he can get a lot of those in. So 5 innings for this guy should be nothing. He's been doing it consistently. You take a look at his total pitches. I mean, he's ranging at about an average of 75. So as long as he throws about 75, 76 pitches tomorrow, I think he gets up towards the 80s. We should be good. So give me Andrew Alvarez for over 14.5 pitching outs tomorrow. Keep it moving. Gage Jump. This is a no-brainer. Look at this fucking guy here. He's averaging like a 4-point-something ERA. He's averaging a 3.7 over his last 10. But, dude, look at some of these starts, guys. 5 earned runs, 3 earned runs, 2 earned runs, 6 earned runs, 0, 6, 3, 1, 6, 5. Like, this guy is... He's a machine to get lit up, and there's a reason why the line here is at a 9.5. He's already favored. I actually agree with this rating right here. The line's right at 9.5 tomorrow. I mean, we literally had it at, 10.5 today, and they went over this. They took it down because Taj Bradley's on the mound on the other side. Taj Bradley, yeah, he's been doing better, but this guy still gives up a fuck ton of runs. Oakland today did not actually put up that many runs against Minnesota. So, do I have faith they're going to bounce back today? I'd like to think so. But more than anything, what I know is Minnesota's going to put those runs up, and Minnesota really is going to light up Gage today. So, give me Gage over 2.5 earned runs allowed. We got this at a normal line, and I'm taking a look literally live with you guys, and it's already changed to a goblin. Yeah, it's a fucking no-brainer. You can still take it. Moving on here, we got some hitters. This one, again, a few of these are no-brainers. Jordan Walker, dude, look at this green machine hitting 80% over his last 10, 50% in that head-to-head. Doesn't matter too much, but what does matter is the guy on the mound. And who's the guy on the mound? Bum-ba-da-dum. Chris Bassitt. Chris Bassitt. Guys, if you know, it doesn't matter what his pitch arsenal is. It doesn't matter what he does. Chris Bassitt sucks. Chris Bassitt sucks. He's going to get crushed tomorrow. There's something else to think about. Jordan Walker tomorrow, 1.5 H+R+R. Another guy who's similar in his position, Seiya Suzuki, 1.5 H+R+R. Been pretty consistent hitting 50%, but boom, he went from a 53 to 54% on this confidence rating. And going against Brandon Pack, who's a righty, he should be in a pretty good spot. Again, a lot of fastballs coming in. He does swing a lot of those. He's very aggressive, but do not let this fool you. Just because the K rate is high does not mean this guy is going to strike out. When you take a look at him, man, he really should be good on that sinker, that changeup, that curveball, that slider, that cutter, But guess what? Seiya Suzuki, dude, I'm telling you, he's minus 140 on the books. Do not get fooled by this. This guy honestly might hit a bomb tomorrow. I'm really liking his opportunity. Also really liking Chicago here. We'll get into the money lines and the spreads later on. Last guy, Ben Rice. Ben Rice is the only hope the Yankees have right now. I'm so serious. I think this is going to be the first or second game back with Cody Bellinger. So hopefully he should get some nice relief, potentially some good RBI position depending on the batting order here. I'm really liking this play tomorrow. They're having a no-namer on the mound tomorrow. His guy's name is Pecco. First start of the year. So could he be good? Maybe. Do I believe in it? Fuck no. I think this is just too easy, dude. Like, the Yankees are in a good position here. The Houston Astros have been struggling. So we're gonna get a 2-for-1 right here. So you got to give me Ben Rice here on the H+R+R. I think this is another freebie. Pair it with the Goblin, anything you like. I'm not gonna have a pair for it in the morning, but this is another one of those ones. So that's a quick breakdown of our props. Now let's go on to everyone's favorite part about the daily app. Let's just go into the money lines, okay? Let's go into the money lines, spreads, totals, whatnot. But before we get into it, guys, if you guys are enjoying this, make sure to drop a like. Make sure to drop a follow as well. Comment some of your favorite plays. I want to see some of the slips you're making. I want to see you guys really benefiting from these. And with people who are making some amazing ass slips and consistently crafting up the best, take advantage of this, guys. Code BAG50, 50% off on the winnable. Sign the fuck up. Get the cheat sheets. Get everything, man. We're going to keep making thousands of dollars every fucking month. Looking at the remainder of the MLB right here. First off, this game's going on live right now. I think the Padres are going to clutch it out. And looks like the books do too, but we'll find out in the morning. Moving on, first game, we have the Boston Red Sox and the Miami Marlins. You got to give me Boston here. I called out Boston yesterday. They cashed it. They made it a little bit sweaty, but honestly, they were the better team. It was to be expected. You got to give me Boston here once again. I'm really liking it. Now, Miami, they have yet to determine who is going to be the pitcher on the mound. Does this concern me? No. What I am saying is already, no matter what, Boston has the hotter bats. I think they already have the better pitchup. They've already used their ace in Sandy. And outside of that, when you take a look, who's their next best option going to be, doesn't really matter. You got to give me Boston here. The team's better. The bats are hotter. I just like it way too much. You got to give me Boston here. I'm also liking the under on these runs again. The line's at 7.5. I said to alt it to 8.5 yesterday. I'm seeing the same thing again. Alt this up to 8.5. Take it for the under. I just have it 7.5 because those lines are not open yet. We will alt it under 8.5. Moving on, Tampa Bay. Guys, I gave you Tampa Bay yesterday. They cashed. We need to take them again, dude. Tampa Bay is looking really good here. Yes, I understand last series they got destroyed. But, I mean, yesterday they proved it was a new day. This was a no-brainer. You got to take it. Considering taking the over on the total runs, I really do have struggles here when it comes to me and Tampa Bay. When it comes to these runs, sometimes when I take it, these guys can't fucking score. Sometimes they can. And with this brand new guy on the mound for Detroit here, I don't want to underestimate him, but he's a no-name. So do I think I give him some bombs? Sure. But that is me saying that I'm expecting Tampa Bay to hit the ball, and I just admitted these fuckers, when I need them to hit the ball for total runs, don't know how to do it. But what they do know how to do is win. Play it safe. Tampa Bay Rays money line. Keep it moving. Max play right here. Washington Nationals. I already gave my whole speech on Alvarez, how I'm feeling about him. But, dude, you've got to take this money line. I don't give a fuck who's on the side for Colorado. It's too easy. Give me the money line. Do I want to take the over or under on total runs? No, because why? Going back to Alvarez, dude, this guy really doesn't give up that many runs. The hits might be there, but he might give up 2. And what, the Nationals just beat the Rockies, yesterday, 13-3? Yeah, I don't really believe in it. You got to give me the Nationals here pretty comfortably. This next series, as you can see, I have mixed opinions on it, so let's talk about it. First and foremost, I have the spread for the Houston Astros. Why? Because we fucking suck. We have Will Warren on the mound, and we fucking suck. There's nothing else to even talk about. When you look at that, the Yankees are the better team. And sometimes we forget we're the better team. And unfortunately, we might play like we're not the better team. So my heart says the Yankees money line. The data says the Yankees money line. The history and what my eyes are telling me tells me it's the Houston Astros spread. But no matter what, I see Will Warren and I see another shitty pitcher on the mound. I know we got some hot bats. I'm saying I'm looking at the over here. So these are my full opinions on this game right here. But if I had to give you some definitive answers, I would have to say you have to take the Yankees money line and you have to take over 8 total runs. Right now it's sitting at 9. Alter down to 8 and take that line. If you want to play it up to 9, you could. If you want to alter down to 7.5, you could. The perfect line here is 8. Take it at 8. Speaking of perfect lines here, Kansas City versus Blue Jays. Man, I told you, first off, Max Scherzer is nothing special. He's been having a dog shit year, came back from injury, even more dog shit. And now we also have Seth Lugo, who I also mentioned is pretty shit right now, dude. A lot of these guys are giving up runs, and these are two teams that have been pretty hot, especially the Royals, dude. They've been putting up a fuck ton of runs. The Blue Jays are showing that they're trying to be competitive again. I mean, 2 + 2 = 4, man. And that fucking Doman Rogers, this is free money right here. You've got to give me the over. I think this 8.5 line is very underrated. I would take it down to 7.5, maybe 8, but 8.5, they're getting 9. They're getting 9 no matter what. So moving on from that. Simply put, this is a max play. Milwaukee Brewers money line. Don't fucking overthink it. Milwaukee's Brewers money line. You could take the over on the total runs only because the Mets know how to hit the fucking ball. I think that the Brewers have a good bullpen. I like Ashby and those other guys right there, so they could hold it down. But I don't want to disrespect the Mets because they do have some hot-ass bats, and they're doing it with a pretty injured version of themselves. I would not be surprised if they managed to hit the ball a couple times. So you got to give me the Brewers money line, and you have to give me the over on the total runs. This next game right here, dude, the Dodgers have been hot, so realistically, I wanted to go with the Dodgers money line, but I think there's just great value here on this Atlanta Braves spread. The Braves right now, I mean, man, they clutched it out yesterday. I thought they were going to get swept by Milwaukee. They managed to do it 2-for-1. I mean, well, hey, we'll take it. It's not bad, right? But I think they're trying to get back on this right winning path, I would say. That last series wasn't the best for them. They looked like a shell of themselves. And now we're following up here going against the Dodgers, who are finally winning some games, even though it's against the Pirates. But with Tyler Glasnow back in the mound here, making his debut again after injury, I want to give him a little bit of grace here. Because if I had to choose between Tyler Glasnow and Bryce Elder, you gotta give me Tyler. I think Bryce Elder is dog fucking shit. So this is a game where no matter what, I'm not really too keen on either pitcher right now. I'm really relying on the bats here. And I think that the Atlanta Braves bats have the opportunity to keep them in the game. Not make this a derby. Again, keep them in the game. I think they do not lose by more than 2. I also really, again, like that spread. They might win outright. I don't want to take the +126, but I like the under on the total runs for this game. I think it'll be low scoring. I know these teams have been cutting up some runs, and usually it's a pretty good series, but I do not anticipate this to be well. You got to give me the under at -115 here at 8.5. I think it's pretty simple. Keep it moving. Texas Rangers, Chicago White Sox. The White Sox are going to bounce back. Give me +1.5. I know it's -176, but we're taking the spread. Do I want to take the money line? Yeah, for maybe about a quarter unit, but I'm just, I'm really just more inclined in this under here. I don't see either of these teams really scoring tomorrow, so you got to give me the under here pretty comfortably. Speaking of that, let's flip-flop here. Like I said, Chris Bassett on the mound, Baltimore, St. Louis Cardinals. This is a crushy. Give me the over, -122, free money. Really liking that line. You can get it probably 7.5 or 8.5 for a fair line. You got to take it. Next one right here, another easy freebie. Cleveland Guardians, Gavin Williams on the mound. Give me the Guardians. Give me Gavin Williams. Nothing else. Moving on. Clay Holmes and the Chicago Cubs against Paft and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Dude, I have to get Chicago again. Chicago's been a wagon for us. I didn't play them yesterday. It's like, dude, they look so good to me every single day. But dude, some of these pitchers they got, man, they make it so sketchy. I love Kevin Gausman. I have a jersey of him. I don't know if I trust him that much, even though we just took him for pitching out. I don't trust Clay Holmes. I don't trust David Peterson. Like the pitcher rotation, even though the ERA is very low, the history I've had with these guys and the history they've had in their career, can't fuck with it. I really, really cannot. But honestly, let's just make it simple for ourselves, dude. Go ahead and give me the Chicago money line. I think this is pretty free right here. I don't want to take the over or under in total runs because the Arizona Diamondbacks had some cold bats today, and if they got had against Clay Holmes, I would not be surprised. I just expect Chicago to be the winner out here. So give me Chicago. San Diego Padres versus the Pirates, dude. Paul Skeens. Oh, we skipped the game, but yeah, Paul Skeens, dude. I'm not a fan of him. You just gotta give me the Padres, man. We're just gonna keep rocking with them. Going back to the game I skipped, you got to give me the Twins here. I know I was talking a lot of shit about Taj Bradley and how he could give them some runs. I clearly believe in that, considering I had the line at -9.5 for the total over, -114. But, dude, give me the Twins. They're the better team, they're the better bats, and they do have the better pitcher. Simple answer. Give me the Twins. Next game right here, dude. This is a derby. Give me it again. Yesterday we took the Phillies. I should have known. 10th game win streak, my fucking ass. The Mariners of all fucking teams were their team to kill that streak. Little shitty. Do I give a fuck? Not really. It was a minus like 108. We're moving on with it. But today, dude, Phillies, Phillies, man, 7.5 total runs after we just saw 5 runs from Zach Wheeler. I'm not gonna lie. If one of your aces is giving that up, and then you have Aaron Nola, who's been pretty dog shit, and he's on the road, and now you're going against the Mariners, who can clearly hit the fucking ball. 7.5 is a bit disrespectful. The books don't know what the fuck they're doing. We're locking this one again. This is another freebie right here. That's an easy banger. Take that shit. Last play. Brady Singer, Cincinnati Reds, San Francisco Giants. Total runs over. There's nothing else to think about, dude. Total runs over. This Giants team does not strike out that much. They have a great opportunity to make some contact right here. Cincinnati, I mean, I didn't even think they would lose yesterday, but they managed to do it. Do I think they could bounce back? Maybe. The only chance they have to bounce it back is by hitting, excuse me, by hitting the ball. So, with that being said, you got to give me the total runs over. Those are my ideas for the picks. But just to briefly run through it again, just to name these all. Minnesota Twins money line over at 9.5 total runs. Los Angeles Dodgers Braves -8.5 total runs. Atlanta Braves +1.5. Milwaukee Brewers money line total runs over 7.5. Boston Red Sox under 8.5. It says 7.5. Take under 8.5. 7.5 is okay with the Boston Red Sox money line. New York Yankees money line with the total runs over 9. And if you don't trust me, take the Astros +1.5. Chicago White Sox +1.5. If you really trust it, take the money line, but under 8.5. 7.5 is okay. Nationals, max play, love it completely. Tampa Bay, another great play. Love it, gotta take it. Over 8.5 runs, Kansas City Royals, Toronto Blue Jays, love it, gotta take it. Baltimore Orioles over St. Louis Cardinals, 8.5, love it, gotta take it. Cleveland Guardians, love it, gotta take it. Chicago Cubs money line, San Diego Padres money line. Philadelphia Mariners over 7.5, love it, gotta take it. Cincinnati Reds over 8. That's today's Daily Yap. I hope this helped you guys tremendously. I'm going to have some timestamps right here for you guys so that you can, navigate a little easier. But these are my plays for today. If you want, obviously, the picks I'm going to be playing, the ones that are really worth putting my money on, again, they're in the VIP. Use code back 50% off. Get the MLB cheat sheets, anything that really putting out plays for. They're all tracked, they're all profitable, and they're all fucking money. I hope this helps you. If you guys are liking this, make sure to take a look out for tomorrow. I'll have some more picks today. Lock the fuck in. Let's win. Let's get paid.